Have you ever wondered if our ancient ancestors also explored altered states of consciousness, just as many do today? Imagine, if you will, the vast expanse of human history, a timeline stretching back thousands of years. Now picture a thread, unbroken and continuous, weaving its way through this timeline. This thread, my friends, represents the human fascination with altered states of consciousness, a fascination that's as old as civilization itself. To begin our journey, let's turn our gaze towards hallucinogens, substances that alter perception, thoughts, and feelings. They've been part of our story since time immemorial, used for various purposes from spiritual to medicinal. They come in many forms, from the humble psilocybin mushrooms, known colloquially as magic mushrooms, to the potent peyote cactus, and the mysterious ayahuasca brew. These substances are not confined to any one corner of the globe or any single culture. Their influence spans continents, civilizations, and millennia. Take, for instance, the ancient Mayans, a civilization known for its sophisticated calendar systems and monumental architecture. But did you know they also had a deep relationship with natural hallucinogens? Yes, indeed. The Mayans held these substances in high regard, using them in religious rituals to communicate with the gods and navigate the spiritual realm. Then we have the Vikings, the seafaring warriors and traders from Scandinavia. They too had their dalliances with hallucinogens. The Vikings were known to consume a type of mushroom, Amanita muscaria, to induce a trance-like state and enhance their ferocity in battle. So you see, our ancestors were no strangers to these mind-altering substances. They used them, revered them, and even feared them. Hallucinogens were more than just substances, they were tools, keys to unlocking different realms of consciousness, gateways to the divine. As we delve deeper, you might find that the past isn't as sober as you'd think. Stay tuned as we continue our exploration, unmasking the mysteries of ancient civilizations and their psychedelic practices. The journey promises to be a fascinating one, revealing a side of history you may have never considered before. Imagine being part of a civilization where hallucinogens were a part of everyday life. Welcome to the Mayan civilization. The Mayans, known for their intricate calendars and monumental architecture, had a complex relationship with psychedelic substances. It was an integral part of their culture, used not for mere amusement, but for deep spiritual exploration and religious ceremonies. They believed these substances facilitated communication with the gods, opening channels to otherworldly realms. Hallucinogens for the Mayans were tools for insight and enlightenment. They used a variety of natural psychedelics, each with its own unique properties and spiritual significance. Among these were the psilocybin mushrooms, locally termed as tionanacatl, translating to flesh of the gods. Consumed during religious rites and healing ceremonies, these fungi were believed to grant visions and prophetic insights. Peyote, another psychedelic used by the Mayans, is a small, spineless cactus known for its psychoactive properties. Its active compound, mescaline, induces a state of deep introspection and vivid hallucinations. The Mayans revered peyote for its perceived ability to heal the body and mind, often using it in medicinal practices. Morning glory seeds containing the potent hallucinogen LSA were also a part of the Mayan psychedelic repertoire. Consumed in the form of a ritual drink, these seeds were used to induce a trance-like state, facilitating communication with the spirit world. The Mayans also utilized the venom of the Bufo alvarius toad, which contains 5-MeO-DMT, a powerful psychoactive compound. The venom was dried and smoked in ceremonial contexts, believed to provide a direct line of communication with the divine. For the Mayans, these substances were not just for recreation, they were a bridge to the divine. They were catalysts of spiritual growth, gateways to other dimensions, and medicinal tools for healing. The use of hallucinogens underscores the Mayans' profound understanding of the natural world and their unwavering quest for spiritual enlightenment. It's a testament to their belief in the interconnectedness of all things, a philosophy that continues to inspire us today. From the sunny lands of the Mayans, we now travel to the harsh cold of the Vikings. Unpredictable seas, rugged terrains, and a culture steeped in tales of valor and conquest, the Viking era was anything but tranquil. Yet, amidst this chaos, a peculiar element of their warfare tactics emerges: the use of hallucinogens by their fiercest warriors, the berserkers. The berserkers, whose name roughly translates to bear shirt, were known for their unparalleled ferocity in battle. Legend has it that they could transform into wild beasts, a phenomenon often described as going berserk. Now one might wonder, how did these warriors achieve such trance-like states of uncontrolled fury? The answer possibly lies in the use of natural hallucinogens. The substance believed to be at the heart of this is the Amanita muscaria mushroom, fondly known as the fly agaric. This vibrant red and white mushroom, straight out of a fairy tale, was abundant in the Nordic regions. Consuming this mushroom could induce hallucinations, heightened sensory perception, and a sense of invulnerability, all useful states of mind on the battlefield. However, let's tread lightly here. The evidence supporting this theory is circumstantial at best, shrouded in the mists of time. The sagas and Eddas, the primary sources of Viking lore, do not explicitly mention the use of hallucinogens, but the unusual behavior of the berserkers, coupled with their reported immunity to fire and iron during their frenzies, does suggest the influence of some otherworldly aid. Was it the fly agaric mushroom or another yet undiscovered substance? Did the berserkers have a unique method of consumption, perhaps through a brew or a balm, to minimize the mushroom's toxic effects? These questions remain unanswered, adding a layer of mystery to the already enigmatic Viking history. In the throes of battle, the Vikings might have found an unusual ally in these psychedelic substances. From the Mayans to the Vikings, the thread of psychedelic usage weaves through the fabric of our shared past, hinting at a connection that transcends time and space. The Mayans and Vikings were not the only ones to have explored the realms of the mind. Venturing further into the annals of history, we find that the use of psychedelic substances stretches across the globe, touching upon many cultures and civilizations, each with unique practices and distinct rituals. Let's journey to the heart of the Amazon rainforest, where indigenous tribes have been brewing a potent concoction known as ayahuasca for generations. This brew, a mix of the Banisteriopsis carpi vine and other plants, is known to induce vivid visions and deep introspection. The tribes believe ayahuasca to be a spiritual medicine, a tool for communication with the divine. It's a sacred part of their culture, used not only for healing but as a means to gain wisdom and understanding. Now let's traverse to the ancient civilization of India, where an enigmatic substance called soma was consumed. This was no ordinary drink. It was revered in the ancient Vedic texts as a god, a healer, and a friend. While the exact composition of soma remains a mystery to this day, it's widely believed to have had psychedelic properties, offering those who consumed it an ecstatic, divine experience. The use of these substances was not recreational. Rather, they were integral to the spiritual and cultural practices of these societies. The rituals associated with ayahuasca and soma were sophisticated, often involving chants, songs, and a community gathering. They were seen as gateways to another realm, a realm of the divine, the mystical, and the unknown. These examples only scratch the surface of the rich history of psychedelic use across civilizations. It's a testament to the universal human curiosity, the desire to explore the inner depths of our minds, and the quest to understand the mysteries of existence. From the Amazon to the Indus, these substances have shaped cultures and civilizations in ways we can only begin to understand. So, what does all this mean for us today? Well, the legacy of these ancient civilizations and their psychedelic practices continues to permeate our society in fascinating ways. From the Mayans to the Vikings, these early cultures explored the mind's depths, shaping how we perceive consciousness, spirituality, and healing. The use of hallucinogens was not merely recreational for these civilizations. It was a spiritual journey, a therapeutic practice, a tool for enlightenment. Today we see a resurgence of interest in using these substances for similar purposes. The echoes of the past resonate in our modern quest for understanding the human mind. Psychedelics are making a comeback in therapeutic settings. There's a growing body of research suggesting substances like psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, and ayahuasca, a potent brew used by Amazonian tribes, can help treat conditions such as depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. These substances are also finding their place in spiritual practices, much like they did in the past. Modern-day shamans and spiritual seekers use these substances to catalyze profound experiences of self-discovery and interconnectedness, often leading to transformative personal growth. The ongoing research into these substances is helping us understand their potential benefits and risks better. The scientific community is now beginning to appreciate what our ancestors intuitively knew, that these substances can open doors to unexplored realms of consciousness and provide profound insights into the nature of our existence. These substances' impact and legacy go beyond their use in therapy and spirituality. They challenge our understanding of consciousness, raising profound questions about the nature of reality, the limits of the human mind, and our place in the universe. As we continue to delve into these substances' mysteries, we are not just exploring new therapeutic tools or spiritual practices. We're retracing the footsteps of our ancestors, journeying into the same mystical realms they ventured into. We're continuing a quest that spans millennia, a quest to understand ourselves and the universe we inhabit. As we continue to explore the unknown, perhaps we'll find that our ancestors knew a thing or two about the mysteries of the mind.